Let the good times roll, I reckon. That's what I say. Nothing but adventure. I'm that confident, or should I say Margaret's that confident, that whew, we're not even going to put it in four-wheel drive. That's confident. It's very slippery, and it's only it's not very deep, so we're going through. I'm with Gertie. Wasn't too bad, Mark. There's a big bump here, hang on. Whoa. All right, now we'll go back and get Margaret's phone and then do some detecting. Don't like the water. There you go. That's it. Good boy. All the rocks here have this really black look about them and brown on the other side. The brown is where the sun has not hit, and it's a very bizarre rock. The whole mountain up the top there, even before, you know, maybe quite a few minutes ago when you would have seen it on the drone, this mountain that we're at the bottom of is the biggest one here. The rocks are black where the sun has hit and the rain, etc. And I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark. I'd say it's iron ore, and the black stuff is rust, black rust, believe it or not. Same as back in Tom Price in the mines that we went in, etc. It's not getting a very good shot of the actual rocks, but it's black as. So we've come right around the back of the mountain. It is an old gold mine, and yeah, it's quite interesting coming around. There's a lot of those, there's a lot of kangaroos on the other side of the water. It looks like a billabong from this side, I'll show you that. And it looks like there's a lot of those agile wallabies here as well. A lot of them jumped out of the way on our way around, but I was nursing me mate Kurt, who loves hanging out the window, so I was doing that. But here he is. He would love to go back in the water, but the boss just said keep him out of the water, so he's got to go on the lead in a minute. But have a go at the serenity down here. This place is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, mountain there in the background behind the car. Margs is getting herself organised. She's got her safety boots on just for the for the adventure. Our trip across the water went fine with Margs. She didn't panic at all, which was terrific, because she gets a bit worried when I get a bit adventurous, but she's got no need to worry about anything. We're in good hands. Anyway, if Marg finds gold, it's a fairly good chance I'm not going to tell you about it. But we'll see. I'll see what she says. Hey! 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 Little bugger. Naughty. But just as I was going down to the water to get Kurt, we found this run. There's a run through there of the quartz. The quartz is the white stuff. Goes all the way up here, and it's heading up that way. You can still see it. Look at it all sticking out over there, Marks. See it where the water's washed it away? No, there is. I'm trying to get it in the camera. There it is, right there in the middle. Yes, there's a vein running down through there, and you've got to be in it to win it. What more can I say? That entire rock wall that you can see on the other side, that whole rock wall there is man-made. I can tell by looking at it, the shape of it and the way they've done it. Could even be like a haul road or something where they've mined it, and that's where they bring the big vehicles in and out, because that road there leads straight back to the bitumen road that we were on to get here. But just the shape of it alone tells me that it's man-made. I can see it coming right in here through the trees, and down the back there is another man-made. Whether it's to do with the dam wall being over there just to keep the water in during the wet, or it's another dirt road out, one or the other. I'd have to go there and have a look, but you can see it there that it's been built up. And you know, I've been in the trucking, earth moving, mining game for a lot of years in those environments, and I know what they look like. So yeah, that's a haul road, I'd say, just to cart the products in and out. Quick, Come on. He loves being off the lead and running around the bush. He loves it. But up here, it's quite unsafe with snakes and goannas. Goannas have got a flesh-eating bacteria on their teeth. So at one bite, he'd be dead. He would need medical attention very, very quickly, or by 24 hours he'd probably be dead off a goanna bite. A snake bite, he'd be dead in probably under an hour. But near these waters, not that there's crocodiles here, there could be, but I doubt it. Even freshies like freshwater crocodiles, I'd probably swim with them. They're not dangerous at all. They scatter like fish do. The saltwater crocs are completely different. They will come from anywhere just to eat you. And yeah, so I've got to get Kurt on a lead because, like I said, out in the bush here, it gets pretty dangerous. Even though he thrives on it, it's not hot here at the moment. It's late afternoon, the sun's going down, so I'm giving him 10 or 15 minutes to enjoy himself. Because like Margaret, I love seeing both of them enjoy themselves. Margaret gets a natural high with this gold detecting business. I'm not into it, I can't get into it. I don't know what it is, but you pick up a lot of steel and aluminium and bullet projectiles and a lot of rubbish, a lot of rubbish before you'll ever find gold. And I can't be bothered with it. But Margaret loves it, and when she's finding gold and all that sort of stuff, she gets a natural high in it. She thrives on it for ages, and I love it. So it's like seeing Kurt running around, you know, near his mum there, and he's enjoying himself. And he has these zoomies and jumps up things and does all these tricks, and he's getting natural highs too, and he loves running around. But he's got to go on a lead before one of these days he will find a goanna or a snake, or potentially, you know, there's a lot of areas where there is crocodiles and they will just come up and swipe your dog in a heartbeat. So I've got to get him on a lead and be very, very, very careful with him. But getting back to more important things, you know, it's after 5:30 at night, and while Margs is enjoying her detector and trying to find a bit of gold, I'm knocking the top off one. It should be the right time of day. Wow. Perfect temperature. The beer's perfect. The weather here, the temperature right now is perfect. And the serenity, just here with Margaret and Kurt, our car. I know there's no one else in here. This is like a little island that we're on, where we just crossed that water. And I couldn't be happier right now. I'm just loving it. Life is just fantastic. It is every day. I love it every day. It is what it is. But right here, I could build a house here and stay here forever. It's that good. Oh, wow. That, oh, what is it? What is it? An aluminium can. Yeah? That's all right. You got to be in it. Keep looking, love. Yep. Told ya. You find that much rubbish when you're gold detecting. Ooh. I know blokes that have been doing it for 15, 20 years. Blokes that I used to ride with when I was younger. They find a bit of gold here and there, but man, the amount of bloody rubbish you've got to go through to get it, it's not for me. Well, yep, I wasn't concentrating. I was talking and talking into the phone, and right now I'm in a lot of trouble because have a look at this. He is loving it. He is absolutely enjoying himself like I can't tell you. Mister? Excuse me, mister? Turtle? Wait, Yeah, some of these ghost gums and that we see, they're just gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. So Qd and I are out on a little walk, and these ghosties are beautiful. Look at all the different limbs that are coming out of that one big stump down the bottom. And Kurt's not happy because this stuff here that's called spinifex, that's everywhere, is very, 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 very sharp on the ends, and Kurt hates it. But so I'll try and make a track that he can follow me with, because there's rocks up here that I'm very interested in. I want to go and have a look. Bizarre stuff that I need to look at. That's what I said a few minutes ago. The rocks here are completely black on the bits that hit the sun. You can see it there. They're all black. It's bizarre. I haven't quite seen it like that on this adventure, this holiday. And on the inside, they're brown. So that tells me that it's iron ore, and underneath the iron ore, once upon a time, was that shiny stuff that we're looking for. Then you've got these sort of rocks that are very, very, very different. You can see that there's quite a different amount of materials in there. Even quartz, you can see the quartz running through that, right down there. There's quite a bit of that sort of rock here as well, so you can tell that once upon a time these particular rocks were very soft. Even that, like there's another piece of, could even be another planet from billions of years ago that, meteors or whatever that smashed together and melted, and who knows, the scientists and the experts that tell us how it worked, they're only assuming and guessing as well, because I don't believe it's possible that somebody knows exactly how this all worked. But there's obviously a theory for it. They reverse engineer it and they roll with it, but I don't believe they know everything. Sometimes when you seek, you find. Like, look at these black rocks here, and 100 metres away you've got all that stuff there. And this mountain's totally untouched. They haven't turned it over, mined it and put it back here or any of that rubbish. You can tell by looking at the rocks up the top that a lot of them are broken, but they're broken to the point that you can actually see that they used to be one piece. Yes, I don't know what made me a sponge for knowledge. It is what it is. I just like to know how everything works. Perfect place here. We've come to another place. That's the mountain, but we are on the other side of it. Now this is how it works. They've got a camera up there facing towards that haul road that I showed you back there. Why, who knows? It's got a few aerials and that on it. They're keeping an eye on something out here, so there still could be gold here. And even when they mine for gold, there's always bits and pieces left on the surface. And every time it rains and washes the dirt away, more dirt, more dirt, more dirt. Sometimes the spoon drains are good to run your detector down, but you've also got to deal with the amount of rubbish, and that's the bit that I don't like. But I've got a couple of detectors in the car. I don't even get them out. I'm just happy, you know, it's that time of day, walking around with me boy, and just enjoying what is. It's just awesome. Yeah, but the evidence from what I've seen over the years and what I've been taught, the industries I've been involved in, and all the right materials are right where I'm standing. Margaret's on the other side of the car. It's exactly the same over there, and I'll go over there and give you a look. But the evidence is here. There's gold here and lots of it. But it takes a lot of scratching around to find it. So the mountain's right there behind us, the road. You see the water that comes down here and makes these ruts. And every time it rains, more and more dirt disappears. Wow, Margaret's right down there. Yeah, she's red hot keen for this gold detecting. She loves it. She hasn't done too bad. We both have, but it's something that's just, yeah, I've just sort of let it go. I'm just relaxing. But yeah, this sort of terrain, but you never know where you're going to find gold. You never know. You can go to old gold mines and do no good. We're here, we're at a gold mine. You know, we've been all the way around the country and we've done a bit of detecting and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say too much about what we found and all that sort of stuff because, yeah, I have my reasons for that. It is what it is, but you can see what the weather does. The weather makes all these little tracks through here, and the rain, sorry, the water. So you can go completely unrelated to a gold mine and find gold. You just never know where it's going to be. It's like anything, seek and you will find. You've got to be in it to win it. You know, it costs you a few grand to set up, etc. And they're great days out, don't get me wrong. They are good days out. They're a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of country that you wouldn't normally see. And yeah, this terrain here is, I can see so many different minerals and products right here that has been mined. And like I said, they always leave some crumbs. Oi, did you say pig? A pig won't, oh well, yeah, if it comes out it'll attack him. But, what did you hear, love? A pig. Wow. There's plenty of water here for life and pigs and the kangaroos and the wallabies and the birds and the lizards and everything. Pigs are inquisitive little buggers, especially if they haven't heard a gunshot for a while. But who knows? We're just in it to win it. We're just having a good time, so who knows? But the cloud formation a minute ago was unbelievably good. You would have seen that in one of the photos a minute ago. Absolutely gorgeous with the sunlight and that going through it. Well, it's probably time to do our little river crossing again, is it?
Yeah, before the clocks come in.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Pretty easy. Lucky I walked in for you, eh? I should have told you it was about 8 feet deep and we're going. You can see all that area there, it's very rutted out, especially to the right. It's a good place to run your detector. Well, we've had our little scratch around in the dirt and looking at rocks. It's time to get that caravan back on. We've done under 100 kilometres today. That's how led astray we've got with talking and losing our bloody drone in the dam and all that. That was sad. It almost made me cry. But yeah, I built a bridge not long after it happened and got over it. So we're back to the caravan now and hook up and back on the road. Honestly, what would we do with it this day and age? What would we do without reverse cameras? Bloody lovely. About we've only done under 100 k's today and we haven't even reached Cloncurry. You can see the lights there in the background. We're right up at the lookout at the moment and it was too good to resist to get up here and have a look. Have a look at the sky in the background. Oh, how good's that? So under 100 k's today and we just found our camp for the night. It's not quite legal if you know what I mean, but we've had a big day. We've had a bit of drama, losing the drone, swimming and all that. So the only reason they don't let you sleep in places like this is because there's no toilet and shower here, and campers, you know, if there's no toilet and shower, come on, it's not rocket science. We've got our own toilet and shower, so I'm staying here. Aren't we, Margs? Yeah, that's all I reckon. They must have knew we were coming. Wait until we see what I show you next. There's a painting up on that wall behind me. Big water tank that used to supply a small part of this town. Cloncurry's got a bit of size about it. It's not a small country town, it's probably medium, but I'll go up there and show you these murals on the water tank in a sec. My best mate Margaret and Kurt over there, best mates plural I should say. There's a full moon behind all that, believe it or not. Margs tells me that she's just spoken to her superpower, believe it or not, bloody God bless her, and asked him to remove the cloud. So we'll see how powerful she is and see if we can get a shot of that full moon. It actually looks like a big smiley right there, big smiley face. But there's another lookout down in front of the car there that overlooks the town, and there's a bigger one up here that you're about to see. Well, old Margs just kissed the deck. There was a rock right there in the shadow which I kicked out of the way. It's right there, that little bastard. But yeah, it took Margaret to her knees. Not cool, she's fine. Oh, and we'll see if we can get a shot of what this is. We can't get good lighting. The spotlight just went flat. So Margaret's going to read it out for us.
Above and beyond. Above and beyond represents the town of Cloncurry through passing time. Two local children stand proud above the land from which they belong, paying tribute to the rich and diverse history which came before them. The girl holding the paper plane pays a tribute to the Royal Flying Doctor Service, which was born in Cloncurry and transformed rural health in Outback. Across from the girl stands a proud Cloncurry boy, looking out across the vast land up towards the sacred wedge-tailed eagle, the eagle hawk. Follow the path around the southwestern side of the water tank. You will find Cloncurry's very own ring-necked parrot, the Cloncurry parrot. Arrive for a sunset rise or stay for a sunset to watch this landscape shine.
Thanks, Margs. That was awesome, professional and appreciated. Thank you very much. All the way from Cloncurry, guys, in Queensland. And yes, if you're wondering if we're loving life or not, having a couple of frothies. If you're wondering if we're loving life or not, well, wonder no more. It's going off. We're loving it. So we're up here looking at the old water tank art. It's beautiful. And Margaret has almost reinvented the wheel. Have a look at that. Less than 10 minutes later, it was black a minute ago. And now you can see it's a full moon. How beautiful is that? If you didn't know, the moon controls our tides. The water that rises and disappears a couple of times a day. The moon and the water are like a magnet. They follow each other. So wherever the moon is, that's where the majority of the ocean water is attracted to. So if you're out, you can virtually tell what the tide's doing by the moon, just by looking at it. Or you can read it in the paper, or look at the internet, whatever you like. That's Cloncurry underneath. Adam? Cloncurry, so by the looks of that, that would have a population of under 1,000 people, but I'll find that out in the morning. There she is. I'm sure you heard what Margaret just read out here. She's got a paper plane in her hand with a symbol. I'm not going to say it just yet. There it is. That symbol is the Royal Flying Doctors, and what a service that those beautiful people provide for this country. They've saved so many lives. It's brilliant. Unfortunately, the light up there has gone out, and they're all LEDs, and I'm amazed that it's out. So I'll give you a bit of a look at this artwork if I can. It really is absolutely beautiful. The artwork that we've seen around WA, Northern Territory, Queensland, the detail of it is just beautiful. Really, really high detail in quite a few of them. That's just an old water tank stand. Beautiful looking trees there, all these paintings. And if you haven't heard me say it in other movies, the Koori Aboriginal people, they write novels with their paintings. That's how they think, it's how they work, it's how they operate. Back in the day, they do these paintings and they talk. The paintings are their novels, and that's how it is for them guys. We write novels, Aussies and you know, whoever you are, but this day and age we write novels. These guys still operate through their paintings as novels. This little fella they called the Cloncurry parrot. Very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful bird. And hopefully we're going to see him in the morning while we're here. Because, as you know, we're staying up at this lookout tonight, and it's going to be amazing. The views in the morning, and that'll be terrific. We don't break the rules very often, but tonight we're running off my rules tonight. That is what it is. We've had a long day. I mentioned before why. We're staying up. Like I said, the detail is beautiful. Those little fellas looking out into the distance. Margaret did read out what he was looking at, and I can't remember while I'm doing this film, so please forgive me. But yeah, the little Aboriginal fellas that we've met on this trip, geez, they were good to talk to. Very respectful and fun to be around, actually. We spent half an hour with them back in Catherine. A lot of fun on their BMXs, and yeah, good fun chatting with them. I can only imagine what it's like hanging out with them with their stories and that. But remember the movie Australia? They trying to get rid of Little Creamy, or the police were. It was just a movie. I'm sure it was similar to that back in the day. But it is what it is, the Stolen Generation setup. I've actually had the pleasure of having quite a bit to do with the Stolen Generation over the last 12 years or so, working with some of these girls. It's been very rewarding and a lot of fun, and they're a beautiful soul. We know about some other issues with the Aboriginal community, but in my eyes, they're really not a lot different to the white fella. There's plenty of white fellas that are out there causing bloody trouble and uneducated and doing stupid shit. Black fellas are no different. Here's what it is. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and that's about where the problem begins. But yeah, I've got no problem with them. I think they're a great race. We've actually learnt a lot of stuff off our Aboriginal communities, so God bless them. That's just a star, that one, by the looks of it. Star with mountains. And back to the eagle. So that's the lap of the water tank in Cloncurry. Beautiful little place. I haven't even seen the town yet, but I love it because of that water tank. So here's what it is. Well, I must say, Margs, your superpowers have come true. They've done the job. Have a go at that. Full moon, not one bit of cloud cover on it. Margs, are you sure you're not a metaphysical genius? Yeah, if you didn't have your hands full, I'd tell you to pat yourself on the back.
I can even do that.
Oh, you are something else. Well done, love. That is beautiful. Straight over the top of Cloncurry. Full moon. The big fella's got the Jake brakes on. I don't think the camera will pick it up, but he's got the Jakes on. Coming down the hill, fully loaded. You can see all the vehicles on it. A load of cotton on the back, a truck and semi-trailer on the middle trailer. And not sure what he had on the back, but he had the Jakes on, fully loaded. So we're up at the other lookout. We've seen this thing on TikTok that tells us this is some sort of sacred area. This rock is a sacred rock. This is why they've put it here. It's right up the top of Cloncurry. We're up here at the moment. It's a flagpole there. And not that it's very clear, but it does have some paintings on it. None of them are very clear. All the steel work has painting on it. Birds, and there's other little artifacts on it. Paintings and all that sort of stuff. But it's not very clear. It's been here for a long time. One of the local artists has obviously painted it, but yeah, you can't see it very well. It's very weathered. It's not a typical Aboriginal sacred painting of artwork, because the ones that we've seen back at Catherine Gorge, they last for, well, the ones that we filmed at Catherine Gorge lasted for 120,000 years. So the ones here have been painted with modern paint. Don't know how long ago, but it's not going to last. You can see it's already faded and wearing off. Well, as this video comes to an end, earlier Marg mentioned about her superpowers moving the clouds away so that we could see the full moon. So we're down the dam earlier. Margaret said to me when we were over the back of the gold mine there, when we were actually back in the car, she said, you know what, when I was detecting, I could hear a wolf or something screaming out, like, you know, wolves howl and carry on. We're up the top of this lookout in Cloncurry, and we're sitting here. Margaret's there just getting dinner ready. Mind you, it's after 9 o'clock. It's been a pretty busy and eventful day, as you've just seen, and I can hear dingoes not very far away. They're howling, and that's what they do. They howl, and it's like they communicate with each other. You know, nature is what it is, but I can hear them. They're not far down the bottom of this lookout, howling. So, being a lookout, people come up here. There's a couple of bins here, but I guarantee you there's food up here. They won't be able to get it out of the bins, but you know, people leave a bit of food here and there, and I bet you the dingoes come up here tonight. If I can, I'll get footage of them, but wherever there's people and food, dingoes show up later on. I can hear them howl. Even now, I can hear them howling now, but it's faint and it's in the distance. And I don't know if the phone can pick that up or not, but I can hear them. They're just down the bottom of this lookout. Hopefully they'll come up, because dingoes are like, a little bit like the freshwater crocodiles. They're like scared rats with humans. They run away, they take off. But unless they've been, we did find one back at another camp with an owner, and he was walking it through our camp. It was absolutely beautiful. Margaret, do you remember the name of that dingo with two different coloured eyes? Bobby. It was. Geez, they're a good look. They're a bloody good looking dog when they've been reared and looked after. Other than out in the wild. Out in the wild, they're a bit, you know, need a good feed. They look like a skeleton. Yeah, they look like they need a good feed. But anyway, hopefully we'll see them tonight. We're up here at this lookout. They're howling. There is nothing to ever be scared about, ever. I'll try and advise Margaret on that sort of stuff. It is what it is. Dingoes, crocodiles, nothing. The crocodiles that you need to think about are those saltwater crocodiles, the freshies and dingoes and all the other nature stuff. Sharks, even sharks in the water. They all work off vibration. They're not going to hurt you unless it's your time to go. Fate and faith are real. Think about that. Full moon. See us on the next movie. Bye now.